Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Chika and we're going to be talking about my garden today. So I've already planted everything that I wanted to plant in my spring garden. Well, most of them. I do have excess plants. So I'm just going to do a tour of the garden so you can see what I planted and hopefully inspires you to start your own garden. So I'm going to start off with my 6x3 raised bed. So this is the largest one that I have. I am using the square foot gardening method. For me, it is easier. It takes away the guesswork of things and it just avoids clutter and confusion. So that's why I use the square foot method. It's easy to research, look it up online, and it's an easy method to follow. So in this bed, I have a number of things. In the back, I have tomatoes. So those are I think, beefsteak tomato. I have two beefsteak tomatoes. That's one, and that's another one over here. And then in the middle here, I have bush beans seeds. And I believe I did 3 rows of there. So a total of like 16, let's see, 9 seeds in there. That is a cayenne pepper. And then I have thyme. In total, all these, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have 4 cayenne peppers here. And then I added flowers on the edges to deter pests and lavender. I did decide to add 1 cabbage in here. I do have another raised bed with more cabbages in there. And then up front in this 2 are going to be carrots, which I planted their seeds in there. And these are going to be, yeah, these are chives. So this square and this square are chives. And again, for pest deterrent. So, and then I have basil as well. So my tomatoes have their basil, they have their bush beans for nitrogen that the tomato is going to take away from the soil, and they have basil to protect the tomatoes from pest. And then I added chamomile again, chamomile to this edge of the bed, and that's another rosemary. Did I miss anything? No. Right now, I don't know what the heck is eating my cabbage, but what I have noticed is I ended up putting this citronella incense. I'm not burning them, but I've had this now up here for 2 days, and what I've noticed is when I come outside, I don't see any flies or any. I don't see flies around the bed, which was a problem. I noticed that every time I come outside, there was so many flies. And so I put these incense sticks around, and I have not noticed the flies in the last 2 days. So that's a good thing. So I'm going to buy more of the incense sticks and just put them around each bed. Over here is my potatoes. This is the first raised bed I ever created. I use those, I don't know what to call them. They sell them at Lowe's and Home Depot. So I didn't have to like drill anything. So this kind of raised bed, you don't need any tools. I've done a video on this or a short on this, and I'll link that in the video so you know how to build your own raised beds without any tools or anything like that. Versus this one where I did have to use some tools. I did have to cut the picket fence and drill things. So this is a lot more easier than building this from scratch. In my potatoes, I have chives as well because I use that a lot to cook, and I can just kind of cut them and they just grow back. Like this is one of the easiest things you can grow. Chives, green onions are super easy to grow, and you can buy them from the store, cut off the top, stick them in the ground, and they start growing. This is actually just 2 days old. I cut off the tops and stick them in the soil, and 2 days later, we've got this. So one of the easiest things to grow. I have my strawberry tower, which is not doing very well. I bought like strawberry roots, which I did not know were roots in the bag. When I bought them, I was very confused, but they've been in here maybe for like 2 weeks now, and I have not seen any new growth. So I'm going to give it another week. And if nothing happens, I'm going to take them out and just go buy strawberry plants and replant them. But that would be very sad because I put a lot of work into this towers. Over here is my fruits tree section. I have grapes going over here. And I also bought this at Sam's Club, and they're doing well. They're having died or anything, but I've noticed that it's not growing. Like when I had them, when I initially bought them, I had them inside by my grow light, and this right here grew from the grow light, and after that, it hasn't grown any taller. Same for the other grape over here, and I'm hoping that they will grow in trellis over my arch trellis, and I think it's gonna look so beautiful. I have my blackberry here and then another blackberry. Again, this one also, I don't know what the heck is happening. This stem used to be green and it used to have so many leaves on it, and they're gone. They're gone. So I'm going to give it another week or so, see what happens. If not, I do have to go buy another blackberry tree and replant them. But I do need to do more research on, the season for blackberries and grapes. But I think we're in the season for them. Over here are my two 4x2 beds, and this one is dedicated to peppers. These are habanero peppers. And then over here I have lettuce seeds, which you could probably see something sprouting. Let me see. Are there any sprouts? Oh yeah, we got a sprout right here. I think that's another one. So yeah, it's coming up. So these are going to be lettuce all through here. And then my peppers. Over here is my oldest plant. It's a lemon tree that I started from a seed that I bought at the store. I have never gotten a lemon from it. I've had like lemons pop up and they're very small like this. Like I've had lemons pop up like this and then they don't grow any bigger and they just die. So what I did is I maybe like a month, maybe 3 weeks ago, I took off a lot of the leaves on the plant so that the plant can put all its energy into the fruit. I will come back and prune more of the leaves because I did notice that prior to like in the previous years, they haven't grown this long. Like if you see this, it hadn't grown this long before. And so I will go ahead and take away more of the leaves and hope that I get some type of sizable lemon from this tree. This is the other raised bed. This is where my cabbage is. So I have two cabbage. They're golden cabbages over here. And then that is thyme. And I did sprinkle some chamomile seeds in the square. And I will also have two cabbages here. I was told that it is probably too late for cabbages. But according to the seed packet, this is the time for cabbage. I mean, we're still in the season to at least plant them and put the seeds in ground. And I started these cabbages indoors. So hopefully they don't burn out. It's not as hot right now in Houston, but we'll see what happens. And then I have lavender here that I started indoors and zinnias that I also started indoors here. So these two raised beds are new additions because I realized that I needed more raised beds and I didn't want to build them. So I ended up just buying these two from Amazon. I have they're 4x2x1. On the edge here are rosemary, two okra plants, flowers in the middle, and then my watermelon, which I need to build a trellis to go over to the other side because there is watermelon here. I just haven't found cattle panel that is not expensive. I didn't realize that cattle panel was expensive, so I gotta maybe find something for free. That's the goal. I want to find something for free. So I've been looking on Facebook Marketplace. Here I have more flowers, and then I did plant seeds in this section. So kind of replicating the other bed, I have I think these are okra seeds, and then I put bush bean seeds over here. And then along the edge is where all the remaining peppers are going to go. I currently do have some peppers already planted in these bags. So I think this is cayenne. Over down there are two bell peppers, but I'm going to fill the rest with my Thai and jalapeno peppers that I have started indoors. And I do have another watermelon over here because I did have extra, and a cantaloupe over here, which I planted only one seed and it grew indoors. And so I just decided to plant it. And again, see what happens. These little planter three things are marigold seeds I started because I didn't want to buy them from the store. I already bought a lot and I have marigold seeds. So I planted them and hopefully they do bloom for me. So over here, they just cut my grass, which makes it hard to see what has sprouted. And I hope I was annoyed that all the grass clippings are on top of this now, but I did sprinkle some. The packet said like pollinating flower, mixed flower seeds. So I just dig this up, put some mushroom compost over the soil and some garden soil, and then I sprinkled the seeds over there. They have started to sprout, so you can see things over here, these two. So I'm hoping this would be like a really full like flower patch, and hoping it's going to look really beautiful and really colorful. And when that starts to happen, I will come back with the progress update. So let me talk about my compost bin because I feel like, well, might as well create one if you're gonna garden. So I bought this from Walmart, drilled holes all around it for aeration, and then I've just been throwing in, it's gonna be messy. Ooh. Ew. Is that a good thing? I don't know. But let's go with that. Let's see. I've just been throwing in like scraps, fruits, um, veggies that I haven't eaten and throwing the scraps in here, but ugh, that is my compost bin. Over here are all the seeds that I started indoors. So they've been outside for about 3 weeks now, hardening. They're definitely hardened off, but as you can see, I have a lot of peppers. I think I overplanted, and now I have so many peppers. These are all habanero peppers down here. These are some are cayenne and bell peppers, and then these are my Thai peppers. Inside I have jalapeno peppers. I think this is a bell pepper. Yes, this is a bell pepper, and those are cayenne peppers. So those are ready to be planted. I do have extra lavender over here, and then basils that need to also get planted. So I could potentially add more beds to this garden, but I don't want to. I think that would be overkill and too much for me to manage. So this is what I have. I'm excited for what is to come and to watch everything grow. And I'm just hoping that they are all successful. And if all things fail, my peppers cannot fail. Like my peppers can't fail. I would need those to do well, and I also want the fruit trees to really do well, but peppers do not fail me. But that is the end of my video. I hope it inspired you to start your own garden. It's not too late to start your own spring garden. I will leave in the description a list of all the things that I planted so you can know what to start in your garden. And I will also post like a picture at the end of my layout so you can see the structure of the garden and what to plant next to each other. So this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and again, hope it inspires you to start your own garden.